Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nahi alparthodayastasya vidurasyatmalatmanaha tasmin varyasi prashnaha sadhu vadopabrimhitaha. Saint Vidura was a great and pure devotee of the Lord, and therefore his questions to His Grace Sri Maitreya must have been very purposeful, on the highest level, and approved by learned circles. So he is very keen to hear the right thing. A man is known by what kind of questions predominate in his mind. There is example of Sanatana Goswami when he met Lord Chaitanya. He asked this question, who am I and why I am suffering? I don't know if we ask this question ever in our life. Correct? He met Lord Chaitanya. Actually, Sanatana Goswami is one of the gopis from the spiritual world. So whatever they are doing is for us. Correct? It is not that he has this question. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in the mood of Radharani, and Rupa Sanatana Goswamis are the Manjaris. In fact, the meeting between Sanatana Goswami and Lord Chaitanya is very, very intimate. And when it is on the highest platform, which we can't even understand. And when Sanatana Goswami is playing the role, he is playing the role of a disciple, and he asks this question, who am I? Why I am suffering? And we do not have this question. And who has this question today? The society, the mass, either the people or the youngsters, they don't have this question. Who am I? They don't bother to know. Am I the body or am I the mind? What am I? People are not interested to know. And second thing, people do not even recognize the fact they are suffering. Prabhupada was in Vrindavan, and in Vrindavana Bhajana he points this out. Whoever you go and ask, how are you? What do they say? I am fine. That means they don't recognize this fact that they are suffering. What is the condition of people? You just imagine. If you do not even accept your situation, why will it inquire? Anybody, when he is in trouble, starts inquiring. True? He becomes what to do, why the situation is like that. But people are like, you switch off the light in total darkness. They don't even ask this question. They're not even aware of the fact they are suffering. That's why I say, how are you? Fine. You are not fine. You are in trouble. Prabhupada says very nicely even about the Vedavyasa. Vedavyasa, after compiling the different Vedic literatures, was not satisfied. He compiled so many Vedic literatures. He has compiled Mahabharata, he has compiled the 4 Vedas, he has compiled Vedanta Sutra. Even after done so much work, which is lakhs and lakhs of shlokas, in fact at the end of 10th canto, the list is given. Some Puranas are 75,000 shlokas, some are, there is a list given, which book, how many shlokas he has written. You know that? End of the Bhagavatam, 10th canto, the last chapter is a small chapter. He has given which book, how many shlokas are there. So huge composition he has done. Even after that, Vedavyasa was not satisfied. So Prabhupada writes there, he is in trouble. He said everybody in the metal world is in trouble. We are not satisfied. And therefore he starts inquiring, what is the cause of my dissatisfaction? But why we do not have inquiry? Because somehow we feel, because of the blessing of Maya, we start feeling, I am comfortable, I am fine. So spiritual life will start the day you understand you are not fine. Correct? Very simple example, I said million times. You go to doctor. If you say you are fine, well, you'll ask doctor, what should I do? Okay? First thing, this is a very simple example which has been understood. Just like car is there outside. Now I feel I know how to drive the car. Everybody feels. It's very easy. When you sit on it, you get stuck. So first thing, if we are not even aware that I don't know how to drive the car. Unconscious incompetence. Then comes to second level, conscious incompetence. I don't know how to drive. Correct? And third thing is conscious competence. Somebody trains you. Now it's very easy. Okay, you know to do this, to do this, to do this. And then after that, conscious incompetence. You drive without even thinking. Okay. Okay. Unconscious competence. Last one. So anyway, the whole idea was this, that concerning our own life, we are not even aware the mess we are in. Yesterday we discussed this point, Prabhupada raised in the lecture on the shloka. We should be very, very scared of repetition of birth and death. Prabhupada said you should be, repeats in the class 2-3 times. We should be very, very scared of another birth in this world. We should not think on the platform of Lord Chaitanya, Mama Janmani Janmani Shware. This is nonsense. That is for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and very advanced devotee. For us, we go by purports of Prabhupada. That is the teachings for us. Prabhupada says in every purport, go back home, back to Godhead. Go back home, back to Godhead. That is for us. You understand this point? We are not on the platform of artificially thinking that. Correct? We are not on the platform that artificially we think that, okay, chalta hai. Okay, I take birth, Janmani, Janmani, Shware. No. For us, it is very fearful to take another birth in this world, extremely dangerous. So, moment you understand the reality, you become very, very inquisitive. जैसे अब एग्जामिनेशन के लिए गए, अब एग्जामिनेशन आपको पास नहीं होंगे, सप्ली दे देंगे, तो ठीक है, जैसे हम लोग दिए पेपर जाके कुछ लिख दिया, राइट? बट इफ यू वांट टू पास द पेपर, यू विल रियली इन टेंशन. दो तरह से लोग एग्जाम देते हैं. एक कि पास करना है तो बहुत प्रश्न होते हैं. यू रन टू फ्रेंड्स, यार इसका क्या आंसर है, कुछ बताओ, कुछ पढ़ा नहीं, आज तो फंस जाएंगे, राइट? वी आर यार कुछ नहीं, सप्ली दे देंगे, तो वो क्या है, वो कुछ जाके लिख दिया. समटाइम दे राइट टू फेल ओनली बिकॉज ऐसे कि इसमें तो अब नहीं है, सब वी विल इम्प्रूव. There is improvement exams are there. So we are not in that target. Our target is to pass. Because we want to pass the examination. And Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada said, don't take another chance, because next life we do not know where we will be and what will be our situation. We do not know. How dangerous position I got next life. Therefore, we should be very serious. And when you are serious, you will read important question पढ़ते हैं ना. You see Vidura Maitreya में आएंगे. Now Maitreya and Vidura. Now who is Vidura? Vidura is Dharmaraj. He is Yamaraj himself. उनको भी सब मालूम है. And Maitreya has just met Krishna, has been blessed by Krishna. He is also in a very elevated state. They are actually in ecstasy discussing. They're like Sanatan Goswami. They are discussing for us. When Parikshit Maharaj, whole Bhagavatam is filled with questions and answers. But actually you see the people asking questions and people answering, they are very elevated. Bhagavad Gita also, Arjuna asks question, but all these questions are for us. Sometimes in a class, a good student asks question not for himself, to expand that whole idea. Correct? Arjuna is also a Nitya Siddha. What questions he is having? This is created an arrangement for us, just like sometimes we do for TV. We do that question answers we record. We also did that, and actually it will be more interesting for people if we record in question answer way. But why? We already know that he knows the answer, but why is he asking questions? So that the audience can understand. So please, we should not think, अरे मैत्रेय विदुर से कुछ सुना, ठीक है चलता रहता है. It is for you, not for Vidura. Not necessarily for Vidura. Because why? It is said in the Bhagavad Gita, Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. The devotees delight. And ramanti, they take pleasure. Machchita matagata prana bodhayastas parasparam. Kathayantas cha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. In the 4 shlokas which summarizes the Bhagavad Gita, it says, Krishna says, the devotees matagata prana, they have given their life to me. Machchita matagata prana bodhayastas parasparam. They are always talking about me. Kathayantas cha mam nityam. They are talking about me. Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. And they are delighting. So nice. They are taking great pleasure. So this taste we should develop. What we should do? Develop this taste. Whenever we get time, I want to know what Vidura discussed with Maitreya. I want to know. But I want to know what some idiot politician discussed with another politician. I want to know what Trump said to him. What is the use? These are all mortal beings which will be dragged in the dust of this creation and thrown into the some abominable species of life. क्या फायदा है? अब आपको पता करना है कि अफ्रीका में कुत्ता क्यों भौंक रहा है, क्यों इंटरेस्ट है आपको उसका, क्या करोगे उससे? आपको पता करना है उस जंगल में एक जानवर मरा है, उसकी खुशबू कैसे आ रही है सड़े जानवर की, क्या क्या आपको मतलब. नॉट दैट एवरीथिंग आई शुड बी इंटरेस्टेड. Actually, successful people, even materially successful people, know where to focus. And those who are failure in material life, they have no focus. They कुछ भी, अरे क्या करोगे? सड़े हाथी की बदबू जान के क्या करना है हमको? But we are in today, therefore, the whole media throws so much information. We should know what to hear, even professionally. अब उसको क्या करना है आपको, उससे क्या करना है? Your all medias are all wasting people's life. True? Well, what do you want to do? So therefore we should have focus, and that will come when the question predominates our heart. Now suppose I have predominating question in my this thing कि कल एग्जाम है, इस प्रश्न का उत्तर क्या है? Sin square theta, cos square theta. I'm just giving an example. And somebody talks about, यार पता है उस क्रिकेट मैच में क्या करा? यार इसका तेरे को आंसर पता है? अभी एग्जाम का खाली 2 मिनट बचे. You will not allow it to distract. Will you allow it to distract? Because why we are distracting? Because the question is very feeble in my heart. We easily forget the question. We are not really serious. So you see here Vidura. Look at the condition of Vidura. Vidura is in a very exalted position. His very exalted position. And he was enjoying the kingdom. He could have done anything. He could have. There was no need. But you know, Prabhupada says the great saint like Vidura actually is very exalted. He just took it as an opportunity because he is not disturbed with the kind of platform he is. Number one is Yamaraj. When Duryodhana, you know that, no? Duryodhana insulted him. He was always inviting Dhritarashtra, get rid of this son. Get rid of this son. This will, because he can see. He is giving, because this will lead to calamity. He can see. By his being as Dharmaraj, he can see. He has some drishti. And also he can see as a well-wisher of Dhritarashtra. This son, if you encourage, your whole dynasty is destroyed. A great calamity is going to come because of this one person. Nobody wanted war except Duryodhana. True? We all know that. Karna did not want, Bhishma did not want, Drona did not want. Nobody wanted this war except Duryodhana. They just fought out of obligations to him, or they were his paid servants. But nobody wanted this war. But Duryodhana, so he requested, get rid of this son. As a king, he was a king, Dhritarashtra. Just admonish him or say, he is no more my son, and get out of the kingdom. Throw him out of the desh. Kya tha? Desh nikal karo uska, huh? Like a cancer, he says, remove him. And so interestingly, this time Duryodhana hears. In this maybe next room or somewhere, he hears him speaking this. And he can't handle this. He starts shouting and he said, this son of the kept maid servant, he has a courage to speak like this. We should throw him on the street and beat him till he dies. Something like that. His breathing stops. He gives a very strange insult. And Vidura is his uncle. He has no ill wish for him, but he wants him to be removed from the scene because a great disaster is coming. And such kind of words, and he can take his Rupa Yamaraj now and finish him up. Who can stop? But he does not do that. He had actually a bow. He had a bow. He kept it aside. And Prabhupada said he was not feeling bad. Now opportunity. Let me, he's in ecstasy. Now I'll hear about Krishna. And he ran from there, left everything with no sorrow in his heart. Arey, palace gaya, palace ka acha gadda gaya, opulence, comfort. He has come to meet Maitreya. He had a desire. And chalo, I got an opportunity. Just like Prabhupada also. When he wanted to take up his guru's mission, but there was a family responsibilities were holding him. And when an opportunity came, very happily, blissfully he went. He said, what do you want? He asked his wife, you want tea or you want me? I want tea. He got an opportunity. I got an opportunity to run away from this place. He just left happily, without any remorse. He was living in Vrindavan and Madhukari. A rich businessman with factories and with so many employees has come to Vrindavan living a Madhukari life. No disturbance. And he's enjoying, relishing. Prabhupada was in America, in all the comforts of his big temples with thousands of disciples. Prabhupada said, I'm missing Vrindavan. So Vrindavan is such a nice place. You understand? When you come on a spiritual platform, you start coming on a different situation. So Vidura is feeling, okay. So he could have fought. He did not fight. He took an opportunity. So devotee also becomes more eager. Parikshit Maharaj also, when he was cursed, it's a very unfortunate thing. You are cursed to die within 7 days. Not one tear in his eyes. Chalo, bhagwa sunte. And he left. So we should be on that platform. As I was saying, we are discussing this for many days. I hope it becomes a realization. God has made a plan of your life. Don't revolt. Just like a teacher gives you, when you join a course, gives you a plan of the course. This day your quizzes will be there, your midsem will be there, your sessionals will be there, your final exam will be there, itne assignment karne, practical karne. What is the purpose? To educate you. Correct? You should have joined to be educated. But none of us people join to be educated. We are simply forced to be put there. Therefore, when teacher does all this, mar gaye. Arey Baba, why? You came for being educated, you came for some entertainment. You came to be educated. Agreed? Then you will very enthusiastically note down what the teacher says and try to participate in the plan of the teacher because you want to be educated. Teacher is happy, you are happy, everything is nice. But what happens generally? We don't want to be educated. We are just there to pass time. If the class is cancelled, we are not sad because we don't want to be educated. We just came for fun. That is what is happening today. Education system has actually failed. So when you are planned to be educated, it's a different thing. The same way, look at life like that. Krishna has planned your life. He has created birth, old age, disease, death. Don't fight with it. Just imagine, now you look at life. Just, you change yourself. This point I am repeating. You change yourself from a student who does not want to study the course. For him, it's a trouble. An exam, teacher inserts you. Why you don't study in the class? What do you think you are? We are talking in the class. This is the class meant for, it's a battle going on. You're not happy, the teacher is not happy, and your student life is a mess. True? Maybe you're terminated from the college, blah, blah, blah. Parents shouting at you, friends laughing at you. Just when you change, what happens? You are enjoying. Correct? When you enter the college, you're so happy. Today I'll learn something. Class is cancelled. You're very sad. I came all the way to learn something. Class is cancelled. Maybe some idiot friends are there. They're laughing in the canteen. But you think, I came for learning. True. I'm just changing the outlook. Which will be a revolution even if it is done in any college today. It will be a revolution. The same way, if you create a revolution in your life, you look at life. Krishna has arranged it. Accept it. Enthusiastically. Life becomes a celebration then. Old age has come. It's an exam by Krishna. It's an arrangement by Krishna. Accept it happily. Death is coming now. Doctor says 7 days remaining to die. Parikshit Maharaj has announced 7 days remaining to die. Did he cry? Did he have intention? No. 7 days are there. Prabhupada says you should be happy 7 days are there, because for normal man he is not sure 7 minutes are there. Look at it in a positive way. I have 7 days. कोई बता दे exam के लिए 7 दिन है. You should be very happy, because sometimes exam come unannounced. Correct? वहाँ गए surprise exam. 7 दिन है. चलो यार, very good. But Prabhupada says we are living as if we have 7 million years in front of us. So we should be very happy and then prepare now. Parikshit Maharaj took it very enthusiastically. He accepted the plan of the Lord. He may not know. Now he comes to know I have 7 days remaining. My Lord, I accept it. I'll try my best. What a good student will do? I'll try my best. 7 days are remaining. Okay? He knows teacher is my well-wisher. He has nothing wrong in my heart. He only wants to educate me. The same way he accepts the plan of the Lord. Yes, my Lord wants to benefit me. There is some plan. There is another instance in the Bhagavatam. We can now look in that angle. When Vritasura was cursed, he accepted the plan of the Lord. Okay, I accept it. I accept it. I will be a demon. I accept it. And even in the demon's body, offered prayers to the Lord. You got it? So whatever situation it is, accept it as a gift of the Lord. And within that situation, try to be serious about the life. It says, Hridavak Vapubhi Namaste. You become Dayabhak. So Hridavak with the heart, with your heart, Hrid. Vak with words. So Hrid means mind now. With the mind, words and body. You offer praise to the Lord even when you are in a very difficult position. If you do that, then you have full faith in Krishna. True? You're in a very difficult position, but still you're offering praise to Krishna. You're trying still to do your best. Krishna will be so pleased. You have full faith. No situation in your life can come without Krishna's sanction. Have that faith. Not a blade of grass can move without Krishna's sanction. Correct? You know this? So no situation in your life can come without Krishna's sanction. Whatever situation comes, accept it. And in that situation, try to be serious about spiritual life. Now look at Vidura. He could have fought he would have finished the Mahabharata there only. दुर्योधन को मार सकता था उधर मृत्यु. यमराज can take his यमराज का एक डंडा होता है, which is death danda, mrityu danda. Would have finished him. Oh, no need of Mahabharata war. Problem is solved. But he didn't want to interfere in the plan of the Lord, and he saw what is the plan of the Lord for me. Let me not waste my time here. Let me go. Yamaraj did not want to dance in Mahabharata war. He went away. He went away to hear. He wanted to hear the Bhagavata. Or Maitreya, he knows Maitreya has just taken a session of Krishna before Krishna left the planet, and he has heard directly from the mouth of Krishna spiritual instruction, including Uddhava Gita. He is also there. Let me go and relish association. Left everything and came. So therefore, our life should also be organized in the same way, and our question standard should go up. This question standard cannot artificially go up, I tell you. I remember in my life, this question, who am I and why I am suffering, came quite late. And I don't know people when it will come. Some people I wonder when it will come. That question comes when life changes. You should be not just asking, you should be very serious. Not that I ask superficially. No. When you ask a question, then you should be eager for the answer, and the answer you should adopt in your life. Correct? Who am I? When Sanatan Goswami asked this question, it was really serious. He's not asking superficially. Correct? Very seriously that question is, who am I? Keyami. Who am I?